We have to live within our budget. We're not allowed to ask for any more money, but you don't have the right to take my kicker.
To the 2026 session, a bill that would change the way the kicker refund is distributed took its first step today. Lawmakers hearing from the public on whether to split the refund once it hits the $300 million mark. The state's portion would support schools and fight wildfires. Katu's Vasily Varlamos is live for us in Salem. Vasily's supporters point to extra large refunds in recent years.
Yes, right. Supporters said that recent billion-dollar refunds showed the state sending billions of dollars back to taxpayers, even as lawmakers struggled to fund long-term needs. Now, they say that this would still keep the kicker in place. It would only send a portion of the largest surpluses to solve major issues.
This seems to be an opportunity to ask the voters to say, should we be planning for the future?
That question at the center of a bill looking to reshape the kicker refund. Under the plan, taxpayers would still receive refunds, but once that surplus passes $300 million, only half of the remaining funds would go to taxpayers. The other half would be set aside for education and wildfire prevention. Because this requires a change to Oregon's constitution, lawmakers can't enact this alone. If passed, voters would decide during the next general election. Connie Dio, one of several potential voters who spoke against this bill Wednesday, says the full refund belongs to taxpayers.
At a time when the government seems to be spending most of its time finding new ways to take money from us and give it to others, one may wonder who speaks for the taxpayers.
During the hearing, Senator Floyd Przansky pointed to the fact that only 8 kicker refunds have reached the $300 million threshold in history. However, the refund has reached that threshold for each kicker since the 2013-2015 biennium. Here's how the last 5 kickers would have been split if this bill were in effect at the time. The record refund in the 2021-2023 biennium would have sent about $2.66 billion to schools and fighting fires, while taxpayers would have still taken home $2.96 billion in refunds. For our most recent kicker, taxpayers would have received about $855 million of the total $1.41 billion refund.
I think that we need to allow for the voters to consider whether or not we should be putting money to the side in a reserve account for those two purposes.
Now, a hearing to potentially advance the bill out of committee has not yet been set. We'll keep an eye on this legislation and let you know if it progresses. Live in Salem, Vasily Varlamos, K2 News.
Vasily, thank you for that.